After Gen Con was over, it was the first game I sorted and organized and read the rules for. This was an early edition of the game, and it had cubes for animals, discs for resources, and larger discs for workers. I hadn't played a worker placement game before, and my wife and I were both sucked into the mechanics of placing a worker and using it to fulfill an action of some kind. I thought how additional worker placement spots became available later on was really neat, and I'm kind of surprised that's not something that has been replicated in more games since. But what I really loved were the job cards and the minor improvement cards and finding ways to use them to my best strategic benefit during the course of a game. The game was so much fun, my wife and I played it again the next night after work. And then we played it again the night after that. And again the night after that. And again. We were hooked. The stress that feeding our workers created was good stress, and every time we avoided taking a begging card was like some great accomplishment. Before I knew it, we'd played the game every day for an entire month, while the rest of my Gen Con haul had languished. I knew this was a special game. I tracked down some of the small expansion decks for the game, and the goodies expansion to upgrade our boards and components. We both selected stickers from the expansion to put on our worker discs. It cracked me up that I could have a Martian child and farm on Mars. My wife is particularly fond of the Autumn Season farm board. Many years later, Caverna was released, and of course I purchased it right away. I loved the combination cave and farm I could build up and the adventuring mechanic. The only thing I was disappointed about was how all the room tiles were available from the beginning of the game. So I decided to house rule that and treat the room tiles like minor improvement or job cards in Agricola, and deal or draft a personal stock of rooms to each player that only they could build during the course of the game. And that's still the way I like to play Caverna to this day. Like Agricola. Well, that will do it for episode 10. Thanks for joining me. Feel free to join the Out of the Dust podcast guild at BoardGameGeek.com. Follow the podcast on Twitter at OutOfTheDustBGG. Leave a comment at the guild. PM me on BGG under user handle Radagast14, or email me at radagast14@CenturyLink.net. And join the Out of the Dust conversation yourself at our monthly geek list at BGG. Alright, play me out, Tananda!